Alrighty guys, welcome back to Dutch Diecast Collector. So today we got a nice F-105D Thunderchief, also known as this one My Karma. Got this one from a trade. I had it on my wanted list on Model Hangar Tree. Someone reached out, I have your plane, and I noticed they also had a plane on their wanted list and I traded with him. Alrighty, so that's the inside of the box. It comes with a nice cardboard wall, which I always like. You have to pull out the entire wall, let's say, together with everything. So when you're putting them back, you need to also make sure that that flap is over it. So the stand is separately. It's metal and plastic again, like we used to from the F-105D, if you're not new to it. They're really decent stands. I like the camouflage colors of this one. And I'm really happy that this person wanted to trade them with me. Thank you, Mark, if you're watching. Really appreciate it. Just one thing you need to be really careful of with the 105Ds, mainly the pitot. As you can see, that little silver tip was already bending a little bit. It's really weak. Now, first have a glance at the camouflage. A really cool color set, like the nice gray scheme in there. The shapes, really nicely done. Canopy can actually open, and the pilot figure can go out. Pilot figure is nice. Not sure if it's age correct, but doesn't matter to me. Let's see if we can see something inside. It's always hard to see inside a cockpit, I noticed. I need to figure out something for that. But the cockpit, for your vision, nicely detailed. The back seat is in green, of course. The headrest in red. And of course all the gauge and the little poke is all nicely done. It has a little holder in it, so it clicks a little bit behind the frame. So that's really nice. The tail art, really nicely done again, which we're used to from Hobbymaster. You know, you can swap tails on this one. So you have a bit more detail, and you can put an open thruster or a closed thruster. We'll put an open one on this one. Rear flap moves of this one. It is not the biggest move. I would not start tweaking it too much, but it's movable. And of course a little hook in the back. At least. I think it's not something different, I think. I will check that out later. I already saw some blue tack, so there's one weakness in the F-105D. It's that the wheels come out quite easily, also the claps in the front and the back. It's just the usual thing everyone knows, at least the people that collect these. But for the rest, a real beauty and stunner. So let me deck her out first on the wheels. I'm going to put her on stand at the end for myself and my collection, and I'll also show you upstairs in the 105s that I have right now. Let's go over the parts. It comes with quite a lot of parts, and a lot of movable parts even. So this is one of the wheel assemblies. Has a lot of details in it. Paint is nice and actually movable, like I mentioned. The front one also is movable, a bit rougher. But also look at the details, like these little lights and so on. It's modular, so you have to pop modules into the frame. Same goes for like a closed one. And all those details are transferred also, so that's really cool. Downside of the bomb rack, so if you want to put it on the wheels, you can put the main bomb rack under there. But as soon as you go on stand, the bomb rack, of course, it gets removed. What they did do really well, they made two fuel tanks, one for the center fuel tank in this case. They made a version that the stand can go all the way through. So how does that look on the plane? The stand will go all the way through the frame and then just into the plane, just enough to hold it. So that's really cool. Neat little feature. As I mentioned, open and closed throttle. Or afterburner, sorry. I'm always bad with that. So I had an old school burner with like 4 flaps, which is really nice and a cool little detail. So also something you need to pay attention on. Then we have some fuel tanks for under the wings. Also be careful with these 3 prongs here. They break off really easy. They don't stick often, really nice. And some drop bombs, extra some GBUs, unguided bombs. But for the rest, it's a really nice, complete type of airplane. We'll set her up further. Okay, so on its wheels, it is quite a high frame, and it may look a bit strange to some. But if you would put a real F-105 next to it, they are also super high on the wheels. You can almost crawl underneath them. It's really cool, actually. In Germany, near me, there is actually a really nice one standing there at a air museum. It's slowly dying, unfortunately, there. But this is just going to give you guys a bit of a feel. How does it look on its wheels? And it's actually a really clean plane to see on its wheels. Alrighty, guys. So just to give a bit of an impression with all of the weaponry tanks under there. So I put the clean tank under there just to show you guys. So if you would put it on the wheels, you can either choose this, or you can swap over to the drop bombs, which looks a lot more cool, I have to say, especially with this type of plane, so the attack bombing work. And then of course, if you want to go to stand, the best thing you can do is already put the tank through the stand, because it will not stick through the frame, and then gently push her in. You will feel a sticking sensation, so it will actually hold in there quite nicely, but be careful when you have it on the stand. It's not like it's something you can keep her on forever. So quick close-up on her. I hope we have enough light today. But open throttle, so I replaced the throttle, or the throttle, I constantly saying throttle, the afterburner. So that looks really cool, nice metallic color. The pilot was already in there. Again, be very careful with the pitot. It is a full assembly swap at the front, which is a nightmare. I can show a video if I ever break one again. I don't hope so, but it happens every once in a while. But for the rest, a very cool, pleasant plane to look at. I'm going to put her on the roundel table. I'm going to clean up a little bit. So I'm going to put everything back in Ziploc bags. And then, by the way, this is what I use to install all the parts, especially the landing gear parts, so the closed parts. I like to use white glue. It helps a lot. Alrighty guys, so there you have it, all my F-105s, including now my Karma. Nice thing about being careful, so one of the pitots on the wings, I need to order a replacement. I just snapped it by accident. It happens to the best of us, unfortunately. So we have in total now 7 F-105s, and it's full now. I don't want any other ones anymore. This was just one of those planes that I really wanted. Maybe in the future, a twin-seater will be replaced for one of these, but for the time being, I think this is plenty. So Alrighty guys, and there you have it, a nice 360 spin with the box in the background. I want to thank you guys again for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and as always, stay safe and hope to see you guys next time. Thank you.